What's up, everybody? My name's Jared Meeker, and welcome to this course. We as musicians and producers aspire to create great expression through our art. We try to pour all of our heart and soul into every piece of music, and each producer is unique in their understanding of different genres and culture, but they also have a varied understanding of music theory, technique, and sound processing. So as an artist develops, they start to attain a methodology. And what I mean by that is a way of creating art. The more that you get used to producing and creating, you start to get a methodology and a way to make music. Now, while that may vary from song to song, a talented composer or producer can just create anything on a whim because they know the creative devices for deriving inspiration by things that have worked in the past and use that to generate a finished product. So that's what I want to share with you guys today, is a methodology that I use all the time, so that hopefully this will help you in your own process. So we're going to use Reason 7, which is my go-to digital audio workstation always. I love it, but some of the skills demonstrated here can be applied to any digital audio workstation. Again, I find Reason to be incredibly inspiring and creative and a fast way to compose, and so I'm going to share with you guys a lot of my experiences and some of the ways that I like to use the devices to greaten your understanding of Reason 7 and musicality and composition. This methodology is also brought to you by Producer Tech, and it features some of the sound libraries of Loopmasters. So that's something that we will go over, what sounds I'm using outside of Reason. So the way that I look at music and songs kind of in general is breaking it down to its foundations, fundamental elements, like the ingredients that make up a dish of food. There is rhythm, harmony, melody, timbre, and form. Now you can think about those 5 things out of context. You know, you might listen to a song and be, really into what the form of it is, or you might listen to a great sax player and transcribe the individual notes that he's using over a solo, or you might listen to a groove and just love the pocket of it, so you want to understand the rhythm. But when you're creating a piece of music, those 5 elements are very important, and something like timbre, that plays a role in a lot of different things. You might have a melody that's great, but what kind of instrument do you use that on? That's really a lot of sound design. So through this course, I'm going to break all of those things down for you in 10 sections. So this is video 1, section 1, where I'm just telling you guys the whole form of what we're going to do for these 10 videos. Video 2 is on the setup, okay? And we're basically going to create and save a template with all of the send effects and a mastering section ready, with the master compression on and some of those things already, and save your session as a template. The third video is called Rhythm Rex Edits, and that's where we start out with the rhythm and the whole form of the song, where I chop up loops from the Live Jungle Drummer Loopmasters library, and those are Rex loops. So I will take some of the loops and alter them slightly to establish the grooves, and then edit them around to create a song form, roughly 4 minutes long. The fourth video is called Guitar Pad Harmony. And this is where I just make a combinator patch, which is several different devices housed within one device called the Combinator, where I run my guitar through it that transforms an ordinary guitar signal into this lush, reverb, undulating pad kind of tone that then I'll just play long block chords throughout the entire form of the song to create the harmonic movement of the song, sort of to take you on a journey through the song. So that at that point we have rhythm, and then we have harmony. In the fifth video, it's called Bass Melody, and that's where I listen to the groove of the drums and the chords of the guitar, and then put those together to create a strong bass melody and pocket for the whole song. And specifically for that, I'm going to be using tones of the Danny Thompson upright bass library. Video 6 is called Program Drums. So we already have live drums, and now we're going to add to that by using program drums, specifically samples from the Jazz Sessions library. But while those are really organic live drum sounds as well, we're going to process them and use those to just add to the existing live drum sound to beef up the entire drum groove of this track. Video 7 is horns audio edits. So there I'm going to import multi-files from the Latin horns library and completely change it. Shift the tempo, alter the timing, transpose the notes to make entirely new phrases, melodies, and even get really interesting horn harmonies that comply and fit to the harmonies that were stated earlier. So all that's live audio editing. Video 8 is on samplers. So there we're going to use a bunch of devices like Kong and NNXT and explore those further on how to take samples from the robot percussion library as well as the elevation effects library, and use those devices to pitch, stretch some of the samples and just play them live in a different way. Video 9 is guitar track, where I just make a clean guitar tone, plugging directly into Reason, and then I perform and comp those takes together. At last, video 10 is mixing and conclusion. That's where I lend new ears to the track and perform any final adjustments, rethinking how the levels are set, EQ is individually, and the entire master set. So that's about it. Let's go on to the next video, and I will see you there.